What's going on, Bob?
Not much.
What are we
setting lineups here?
Oh, that's what Ian's doing over here on my phone, and I'm just sitting here. It's happy NFL Week 2.
Zach is first. Happy Week 2?
And Chris says woo. It's going to be a good day of football. I'm excited.
I have picked a touchdown from every game and made a parlay.
Okay. You want to tell the chat?
Who's going to score in each game?
Your touchdown from every game.
Yeah. I can do that.
Like I did.
Let's see. Where is NFL? There we go.
Is Bowers out?
No.
So I've got Javonte Williams.
Okay.
Christian McCaffrey. HN. James Cook. Brian Thomas Jr.
Okay.
Jamar Gibbs. Zach Charbonnet.
Okay.
Kyron Williams.
Okay.
This was a real tough one. Derrick Henry.
Okay.
Trey McBride. J.K. Dobbins. Saquon. That was another tough one. And Jordan Mason. That was the one I debated. I debated Jordan Mason or Aaron Jones, but I figured with all the talk with Jordan Mason getting goal line. Nico.
Yeah, I'd probably choose Mason over Jones. Yeah, I get it.
Nico Collins.
Okay.
We're going to get Genty in the end zone for the final game. So that's my 16-game parlay.
That's a lot.
$10. Is going to, only make $330,000 or something like that.
Swift right on the other side of that Montgomery one too, Florkilla and Ben Johnson. Yeah.
I have a 50-50 chance of winning $330,000.
Ooh, nice. You want to see what my son did at his game the other day? He had two.
Yes. You wanted to show that, but you couldn't get it into anything.
Yeah, I was going to show it on stage. Does the chat want to see one of my son's catches? Look at that thing. That's just sweet.
You probably just could have done the one catch. You didn't have to do
whatever
else you had.
That's it's split up. Let me show that.
You could have probably just shown just the catch.
Oh.
Let me show the video. The video works better. All right, there we go. At the very beginning of that video, you see him point up and he yells at his quarterback that he's got a free run. You yelled Matthew at the beginning of that, like you pointed up and yelled Matthew, and then Matthew threw it to you in the. They want to know 2 fingers or 3, but no, he got both his hands on that. That was a good catch, though. They like your cleats too, Ian.
Nice.
Yep. But yeah, that was a heck of a grab there. But no.
Yeah, who's he thinking it is? JJ?
Did you?
Odell?
Oh yeah.
Well, shades of Odell. Well, he got it two-handed, but
Well, give him a couple of years. You got to get those mitts bigger.
Jeez.
Gosh, that's annoying.
Oh,
How's Emmy doing in her kids league?
I think she lost last week. I don't remember, but I think she lost. Let's see.
Is Emmy in that league?
No clue.
I don't think Emmy's in that league.
She's in the other league than you guys, I think. Let's see.
Who's on your bench, Ian? Ian has.
No, she won last week.
Oh, nice. Ian has like Genty on his bench.
Yeah, this
And
league is so
McConkey.
shallow. I have Genty and Lad both on my bench. I could be starting them.
They are. It's an 18 league. So
Emmy set Samuel, Waddle, and Olave
Samuel Waddle and Olave.
and Prescott.
Mm.
Started, went with Hurts,
I have
Marvin Harrison, Puka.
So there's a Twitter poll for start sets on my X thread. There's a Twitter poll, your weekly start set, and if you have start sit questions, you can throw a poll on there, and we try to go through and answer a ton of them. I know Ian does.
I definitely have start sits that I want.
Oh, you have some you want to put up polls for?
Yeah, we got full point PPR in the flex. We've got Quentin Johnson.
Yeah.
Or Nick Chubb. I'm gonna go with Q. Give me the last game of the week.
Sutton Metcalf for Dobbins. Is that the one you're answering? Sorry, I was
Quentin Johnston or Nick Chubb. Sal Lito had posted.
I'd probably take Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson.
Yeah.
Sutton Metcalf or Dobbins.
What?
Gosh,
Sutton,
it's probably Sutton for me.
Yeah.
I'm going Dobbins.
Yeah, I can see that too. That's a really tough one. That's
Wait a second. Hold on. Pittsburgh's playing Seattle. This is a revenge game.
Yeah, it
Metcalf.
is. Yep.
Give me Metcalf the whole way.
Yeah.
I'm going Metcalf there.
Yeah. Indy faced Achane and gave up 75 yards in a score last week.
Yeah. If you want to play it safe, go Dobbins. But if you could have a big number from Metcalf.
It feels like Dobbins is a safe bet for 15 plus touches.
Yeah. And Rodgers is not opposed to helping people get revenge games.
Yeah, we actually brought that up on Fantasy Football Weekly this last week. We were like, we mentioned that, Metcalf and Rodgers being the type that likes revenge.
They like to twist the proverbial knife.
This is going to be an interesting one going through the year because when I watched that game, I believe in what they were doing with Fannin. And I loved watching Fannin help out his quarterback in two different spots. But Njoku was still out there for 85% of the pass plays. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like Njoku went away. He just didn't get the same volume. So I can see these guys flipping a lot this year. It feels like Fannin is the hot hand and they want to get him involved everywhere. But, this could easily flip on its head this week. This is much more coin flippy than I think people want to admit that Fannin could, that Fannin role in week one could have been schemed for that matchup, or maybe that's something they want to do all year. It's a classic. It's a potential 1 week overreaction, and it's a potentially signaling what they want to do with him this year. So we have 1 year, one data point. It's very difficult. I'd probably lean into Fannin. But don't be surprised if that doesn't work out for you. It's the weirdest way to say that. But it's one data point. We know so little. Wait, why does Jerry need starts at questions? He's not even in the
Yeah. Oh, does he have other leagues that he's playing in right now?
In other leagues.
Must be.
I like that we probably have a 18 team group that is completely cool with those kind of jokes. Like I look forward to making fun of myself when I'm out. I have
be out this week.
You're gonna be out this week?
Yep.
I have a big surprise for Wednesday, and I'm so excited for it. So excited for this reality. We need a name for this league. Like I know I put fish fillet on it, but like
I like it.
there's
Hang
some
on.
yeah, but there's something. It's like a reality show. Like I feel like there's 17 people in the league that don't know what's going to happen each week, and a lot of it's to chance. 50-50 chances, but chance.
Yeah.
Do you want?
I mean,
do you want
that's,
to put up polls in?
Yes, I definitely do.
All right. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can make it so you can put up polls on the side of me actually.
You can also
being
answer
on the show.
some of my questions.
Well,
I mean, we've got.
we're letting we don't expect to answer too many questions today. Not a lot of people in the chat crushing the questions.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the one person that I thought would be more of pretty much a set it and forget it player that
Okay.
I ended up benching already is Kenneth Walker.
Oh yeah. On our Fantasy Bowl Weekly, actually before the season, at the State Fair, I said I'd rather have Charbonnet at his ADP, and it wouldn't shock me if he overtakes Walker,
Yeah.
like Jordan Mason overtaking Aaron Jones.
I mean,
I was in on that one preseason.
We got this was the one. I'm still gonna go Keenan Allen here.
Yeah, he's probably safer for more volume. Quentin Johnston, even back to his TCU days, is just such a good contested catch end zone guy that it's really easy to like that. But for me, it's Keenan Allen.
Yep, me too. Hampton.
It's Hampton for me. On the like Hampton, it's he got a giant percentage of the workload. You could have used for a little more efficiency, but he's young and he made that running out of bounds mistake, and Harbaugh defended the crap out of him, which I really like. Tells me that they're in on him. But on the McMillan side, Tetero McMillan, I just don't have a lot of faith in that passing offense this week against the Cardinals. I know that Tet led in targets, receptions, yards, all that stuff. Tetero is going back to Arizona too. He went to college, so it's a half hometown game. But he's facing up against Will Johnson, the second round cornerback the Cardinals picked up. And Will Johnson allowed 32 yards passing, and he last week he was PFF's second graded cornerback. I mentioned this on the Fantasy Football Weekly show. He played both sides, so he's going to be able to match up with Tetero on both sides. And he's like this 6'2" long-armed guy, so he can actually match up with Tetero's size. No, Tetero is 6'4". Will Johnson, the rookie cornerback that he's facing up against, is 6'2" with really long arms. And so he defended 3 passes, and he caught an interception as well that got called back. So I feel we'll see. It's, rubber meets the road, right? First round rookie wide receiver, second round rookie cornerback that really showed up in week 1. I would lean towards Tetero still having a pretty decent game and a lot of volume. I just think Hampton's a little bit safer. Yeah, you can put up your polls. Okay. Ian wants to put up some polls.
You can also answer some of my questions.
Well, there's other questions in the chat, but you can. So the way you do it is do that and then poll, and just do for Ian or something. Yep. And you might want to put PPR if it's PPR, or SFB if it's SFB.
My choice is Charbonnet, Travion, and Omarion. Should I just take off Omarion? It's start 2 of them. I just take off Omarion, and Omarion's already a lock.
Oh, so you have to start 2? I think Travion's the one that sits out on
Well, so you don't want you think I should definitely start Travion? I don't even put
No,
him on
no.
this
I think
list?
you should start Charbonnet and Omarion.
No,
And bench Travion.
Which one should I? Okay, my question was, out of Omarion, Charbonnet, and Travion, is it just okay if I just don't add Omarion? You think Omarion's already a lock for a starter?
How many do you need to start out of those?
Two of them.
Yeah, I think you start Charbonnet and Omarion.
All right,
And
you're
you
not
bench
answering my
Travion.
question.
I think I am. I think he needs to start two, and I'm telling you the two that you should start.
So you want me to put Omarion on the list? You don't think that he's a lock?
I think Travion will be better this week, but
Oh.
Travion played half the snaps of Ramondre Stevenson last week. He ran less routes. He did every metric. He did less than Stevenson, and he didn't even take all the pass game work. Stevenson was involved in the pass game. I know that Henderson still had a bunch of pass game work, and he got 50 some yards total. He had over 5 yards per carry, so there's a lot to like. But I think Travion's the bench out of those three. I think Omarion is the lock. I think he's the one, and I think Charbonnet's the two, and I think there's a small gap to Henderson.
The chat's saying that Omarion is a lock, so I won't add Omarion.
He's the
to
one.
this.
He's the
I
one.
was just asking which one should I not put on this list.
Okay.
That was all I was asking.
Sure. Okay.
Is that how you spell it?
Shit, yeah. There's no.
It is? That's how you spell it?
There's no apostrophe.
Oh.
Yeah, the chat's with you. Sharps and Omarion. That's what I was just trying to tell you. That's what I would do. I would bench Travion out of those three. Devonta Smith, JSN, or Sharby non-PPR. Honestly, I still think it's JSN. Even the non-PPR. I know, but JSN got everything last week. I don't see it being Devonta Smith here, but I get the Sharby love. I just think it's JSN. Even in the non-PPR. It's weird, non-PPR. I don't remember the last time I played in a straight up non-PPR league. I usually play in halves. I'm fine with non-PPR. Right?
How do I add another one?
Click that.
This?
Click that.
Oh, this. Okay.
Yeah. And then that's the hole right there.
Oh.
Fannin or Pitts? It's probably Fannin. But again, this is such a wide tier of tight ends that I just have so many question marks about, and I want to see week 2. Yeah, I think I have Fannin a little above Pitts. Let me see where my friend Charchi has Fannin and Pitts. I usually tend to half agree with him. I wonder if he's got him way off. Yeah, I have Fannin slightly ahead of Pitts, but
Sorry.
he's got Pitts a couple ahead of Fannin. Yeah, he's got Pitts 3 ahead of Fannin. Man, yeah, Vikings get hit by tight ends more often than I like to admit too. Let's see. Yeah. That doesn't say much. I was going to say Colston and Loveland didn't do much last week against the Vikings, and I looked and it was 3 catches. But Vikings have a pretty decent history of getting hit by tight ends. I'd probably lead Fannin. My guy Charge likes Pitts. I'm sure Bob likes Pitts, right, Bob?
I do. I'm still gonna put him in there.
Jesus. I mean, I think it's got to be Pacheco, right? I hate the usage last week, but I still think it's got to be Pacheco. I get Noah Gray because of the tight end scoring. Is Jennings going to be limited at all?
I sat him everywhere. I really sat him pretty much everywhere.
Mac Jones plus What kind of snap count is Jennings going to be on?
Hmm.
Like if it was a healthy Jennings, I think it'd be Jennings. But
I mean, I think I'd take Pachenko there just because the touchdown possibility.
yeah, I know he got green lighted. I just
Yeah, yes, but I just I don't trust it with Mac Jones. I've seen Mac Jones throw the ball. It's going to be a heavy dose of Christian McCaffrey.
McCaffrey, Pearsall, Jennings, Mac Jones. That's a tough one.
No, but Mac Jones is not great at throwing the ball deep. Or throwing the ball past 5 yards.
This is funny. He's got Mac Jones, CMC, and Pearsall already. You know what? Go all in. Just go all in. Shades of the days back in drafting all Patriots and just
Actually, I really like the line on that game.
That's funny. That's funny. That's really funny. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to love about any of it, really. Honestly. Need to drink pre-brewed refrigerated coffee or V8 watermelon cherry juice. I think it's got to be the coffee, right? I don't know.
I would probably go with water.
Wow. Ian just put up Genty or Kyron. For me, it's Kyron, but that's wow.
Should I add yet another one? Because I have a lot
I hate that you're in a position where you can only start one of those
I
three
know.
backs every week.
And then I also have Garrett Wilson or Lad McConkey. Like,
One of those guys.
should I also add Garrett versus McConkey? I already have two of them.
Garrett Wilson or McConkey?
Yeah.
You're 18 league. I think you just need to flip coins every week on that. It's
I feel like you needed to add one more spot to that roster.
oh my gosh, you're already there. Honestly, let's just have fun with it. Fantasy's supposed to be fun. If you're already there and you added use check, just go Jennings. Why even question it? Because they're all like you're the okay. Here's the thing. The ceiling on Jennings is way higher than Pacheco or Gray. So yeah, just shoot for the moon.
I bid on use check this preseason just so John had to spell it.
Any more questions in the chat?
Hurts, Knicks, or Prescott?
Hurts.
I don't think you can sit Hurts. Right?
Yeah, it definitely hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Prescott.
it's Hurts then Prescott for me because they're playing the Giants.
Yeah.
Prescott has 13 straight wins
So
against the
it's-
Giants. So.
Jeez. Seriously?
Yep,
Wow.
13 straight wins.
13 straight. Wow. And Knicks is coming off. If it was Knicks at the end of last season where he was getting real hot, his running really tailed down at the end there, but like he would be more but he threw for 180 yards last week. Like he didn't even did he even rush the ball once last week? Knicks? I'm gonna look that up. I don't recall seeing a rushing stat line on Knicks last week. Okay, he did. He actually had 18 yards.
I wouldn't have to make.
I was gonna say I couldn't remember 176 passing and 18 rushing. I was like, I didn't think he had much rushing. He did rush a bunch of times, but he only had 18 yards.
I wouldn't have to make the Genty versus Kyron choice if it wasn't for what I did with my flex spot.
You still would.
No, because I
You'll-
would have started Genty and Kyron and then sat Lad.
No, you
Jacobs.
can only start 2 running backs max in that league because you start 2
Yeah, I
quarterbacks.
probably would have had Genty and Kyron over Jacobs.
Um,
50% of the time, we go live every time.
Yep, that seems how it works.
Yeah. Naylor or Ray McLeod? SFB. Give me Ray.
Yeah, it's Ray. Yeah, I would take Ray.
Isn't Naylor out? Or is he actually going to be playing?
I think he's fine.
Vikings have so much
I know he's
injuries.
been hurt, but
Our
I think he's
defense
fine.
is.
I just don't expect him to do much.
We've lost Harrison Smith, Gink, and Cashman all this.
Yeah, it says he's good to go for Monday night.
Daddy, it's a Monday night. The Vikings don't.
Oh,
play
that was
on
last
Monday.
week. Okay. Well, if he was good for Monday,
Maybe he got injured in practice.
yeah, I don't know. No, he got injured in preseason, but he played week 1. Let's see here. I was gonna look up. I feel like Ray had a really good game against the Vikings.
How about Tua or Sam Darnold?
Sorry, I meant. Oh my gosh, they both suck.
I have a thought on this, but
Both suck.
I'm okay. Go ahead.
I'm team Tua bounce back. Tua turn the ball over. Tua turn the ball over. I think he bounces back this week. Yeah, Ray went 8 for 98 on the Vikings last, and 3 rushing, so 101 total yards, 8 catches against the Vikings last year. I was gonna say I thought he had a pretty good game against the Vikings last year.
And we don't have Smith, Cashman, and Gink.
Yeah, no Van Ginkel, no Blake Cashman, no Harrison Smith. We're a bit depleted in our secondary.
This is not
So
good tonight.
Ray. On the Tua question, I mean, I think it's a fair question. I don't have Tua ranked super high, but the upside on Tua is bounce back week, Mike McDaniel, home game. They're going to be in the white uniforms in the shade. The New England's in the dark uniforms in the sun all day. And New England allowed 20-plus yard pass plays 9 times last week against Seattle. They by far lead the NFL in explosive plays allowed. I think Geno had 390 yards or something ridiculous like that, 362 yards against them. That pass defense for New England is not good right now, and Christian Gonzalez is out. He's still not going to play. So, and they're going to match up a cornerback on Tyreek Hill who runs a 4.6 40. I don't know how. Even Tyreek Hill, if you believe he's cooked, I think he can still cook that. I don't know if there's a week for Tua to bounce back. I think a lot of stars are aligning on this one. 9 times. Yeah. I had a great stat about that game. Apparently Yeah, I mean, Miami's always played them tough at home, consistently played well against them, against New England in Miami. It's even back to the Belichick area. I mean, most notably in the Belichick area. Yeah, it was just such a ridiculous thing. Hey, look at that. Jawan Jennings officially active. Stupid alerts on my phone. Do you want to look at what they're saying to your questions?
Sure. I just on the NFL Network, they did another AI video of Aaron Rodgers in a Jets airplane falling out and being recovered by the Steelers. I see the NFL use AI so much.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people have seen the NFL like AI boat commercial.
Mhm.
It's just insane.
I think it's Brian Robinson, Florkilla, probably. I don't know. I just have very little faith in Caleb Johnson at this point. He had two touches last week? Was
Yeah,
it touches
I feel
or snaps? I think it might have been no touches and 2 snaps. I think he's buried, and Arthur Smith shares the ball with everybody. So maybe if he gets it, I don't know. That is a really gross one, Florkilla.
I would probably see if I could do anything else.
I don't think like. I still feel like Caleb could be a bigger thing later this season, but I don't know how he gets out of a time split without an injury. And honestly, he's really, really the buried one. Yeah, gross. Like they said, woof. That's really gross. Do we think? I mean, J-Mo's matching up against Jalen Johnson. Oh, you even mentioned that as I'm reading. I didn't even get to the end of your statement where you said Jalen Johnson's active. What do you think, Patriot fan? You in on Henry? He maintained his 20% plus target share even with Diggs in. Diggs weirdly only played 29 snaps. It was weird.
Jamo. Who's
Jameson
Jamo?
Williams. Jameson Williams.
Okay. No, Jameson Williams.
I think that's where I'd lean to, even with Johnson in, but with Jalen Johnson in. Gosh. I mean, on the bright side for Henry, he maintained that over 20% target share. But does Diggs play more snaps and command more targets this week?
Mm-hmm.
The Dolphins just gave up 76 yards to Tyler Warren. And honestly, I when watching that game, I thought they left meat on the bone for Tyler Warren too. Maybe, I don't know. I suppose if Henderson comes in and gets more snaps and catches, he had 6 last week, and Ramondre Stevenson gets more catches. Keyshawn Booty, Demario Douglas, Stephon Diggs plays more. Man, it is a crowded field.
Yeah, no, I
think
I'll start anyone but a Patriot because you don't know who's going to get it.
I think the Lions and Ben Johnson will want a bounce back week.
Mm-hmm.
I think I leave Jameson, but I get it. I mean,
I skipped over this one.
I wouldn't be upset with either.
Shakira Waddle.
I mean, it's probably Waddle, but I do think
probably Waddle. I mean, if your Tua bounce back is correct, then it's Waddle.
That Bills Jets game could be a shootout.
Yeah, the over.
I don't think it's
is it 47. I think that's a lock.
Oh, I thought it was 45.5 or so.
Oh, it might have been even lower. I think.
But it could be a shootout. But the Jets, Khalil Shakir plays mainly from the slot, and the Jets were torched by the slot last year pretty decently. Michael Carter 2 was good 3 years ago, but last year wasn't. And last week, DK Metcalf was shadowed by Sauce Gardner. First time Sauce Gardner's ever shadowed anyone in the NFL anyway. And so DK Metcalf went to the slot 3 times, and that's where he got those big plays. 72 of his 83 yards came in the slot. And Khalil Shakir is right there. Keon Coleman is may get the Sauce Gardner shadow treatment. And even if he doesn't, that's not where Shaquille lines up. It's going to take out half the field or just take out Keon Coleman, leaving potentially more targets for Shakir. I feel, oh God, as high as I am I'm not super high, but I see the optimistic viewpoint that the Dolphins are going to have a good passing day against New England. I could go either way here. Honestly, I'd probably take Waddle though. I can see the positive side on both of them now.
Purdy's out. That's
yeah.
Oh wow.
Hillman,
Probably
Chubb, or J-Mo.
Boy. That's oh boy. That's a tough one, Scamp. That's a tough one. Can we spin a wheel on that one?
Sure. Spin a wheel. Flip a coin on a 3-player one.
I feel like we need to do that more often. Yeah, I think feet to the flames. I think it's probably Tillman, but that Ravens defense is their secondary is so ridiculous, and I cannot believe they got Malachi Starks to add to it. But what we get is it's not a Flacco revenge game. It's a revenge game. It's a matchup game. But I feel like the Browns are going to be behind the Ravens and have to pass a ton. So I can see Tillman getting just a ton of targets. I don't trust. I know that Chubb averaged over 4 yards a carry and got most of the work last week. I just don't trust their offensive line as far as I can throw them. And to be honest, I can't pick them up and throw them very hard. But I have a hard time picking Chubb over other options in a lot of cases. I think he's a little too high for me. I think it might be JMO. I don't know. It's probably Tillman or JMO for me. But game script suggests Tillman. It's a tougher matchup. But they're going to have to pass a lot. JMO gets Jalen Johnson. Lions are going to want to come back after that awful week 1. So are the Bears, maybe. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm going to go with JMO.
If I hear JMO be there one more time, if I'm JMO, burn this place to the ground. I don't even know what that's a reference to. I know it's 50-50. It's on. I mean, it's JMO or Tillman, and I think Tillman is more likely for more targets. I think JMO is probably more likely for an explosive play.
Mm-hmm.
That Ravens defense is tough, though. You know what? I think I'm gonna go Jameson Williams. I think that's close. I started out thinking Tillman, but just that Ravens secondary is so good. Browns and Ravens always play each other close too. So maybe it's not a shootout where they're playing catch up. 50-50 between the three. I said that
You just took away one.
I was gonna say I think it's Tracy for me here, Weston. There's concern for me that Sauce Gardner, who shadowed DK Metcalf on 29 routes and only gave up one 11-yard catch last week. There's concern for me that maybe they just take Keon Coleman out of the game. That Sauce does. So that's enough for me to just take the stay for a Tracy play. Which one did I pull down?
This one?
Chig, Jennings, or Coleman? I mean, the upside's probably with Jennings. Again, with Coleman, I have too many. I have worries. And I think that offense is good enough that they can throw it other places. I like Coleman. Okay, I just if Sauce does shadow him, I have almost no faith in Coleman. So I think it's a big risk. I don't trust Chig. I just don't trust that passing offense at all. Cam Ward threw 112 yards last week, and the Rams front seven, especially their front four with Jared Verse, just basically made Stroud look like a joke, right? Just like they did last year at the end of the season, they made Darnold look like a joke. They get so much pressure, and I just don't have faith in Cam Ward to do better this week. I mean, Houston has Will Anderson Jr. and Danielle Hunter and a similar pressure-laden front four that the Rams do, and Cam Ward couldn't do anything against that. I don't know where the optimism is on Chig, so I'm probably taking the upside of Jennings there. Oh boy. Well, I am usually I don't fret on it too much anymore, and maybe it's because I do a lot of research or whatever. But basically, I set my lineups on Thursday, and then I come in Sunday morning and I double check them, and I just walk away. Every once in a while, I'll get into a situation where either the game is a little more pressure filled or I have two players super close and I'll hear one person say something or I'll see one piece of info and it'll dig at my brain. And I feel like it just never works out, does it, chat? Like when you make a last second change, I feel like your last second changes have about a 15% rate of working out. It should be 50-50, but for some reason it feels like it just never works out. Carver, that one's ETN, pretty much with a bullet for me, honestly. I think Dobbins is the lead back still there, and I don't know how long until Harvey gets more involved. I could tell you in watching that game, outside of the one big Harvey play, Harvey really wasn't doing a lot. I mean, maybe Peyton loves that explosive play so much, and he loved Harvey in preseason so much that he wants more shots at those big plays. But I think it's ETN. ETN looked legitimately like the RB3 from 2 years ago. He averaged 8.9 yards per carry. I know that goes down, but maybe he catches a few more passes. Cincinnati, let me check real quick, like what I have in my notes on Cincinnati for against running backs. I mean, yeah, oof, I'm on the wrong side. There it is. Man, yeah, Travis Etienne led all running backs in rushing yards over expectation per attempt last week as well. Oh yeah, Bengals allowed less than 2 yards per carry last week, 21 for 40 against the Browns. That was kind of a gross game for the Browns. Yeah, they were middle of the pack at the end of last year though, so I'm still taking Etienne instead of that time split there. Did you put another one up that I missed?
No.
Oh my god.
I'm not really a defensive matchups guy. I deal so much more in player research, and I play in no leagues with defenses that I mean, this is, you want authenticity out of people that you're watching. It's I do not watch the defensive matchups, like defensive fantasy point scoring as much as other places. They're like, stream this defense. That's just not. I've done it in years past. I have not been doing it at all this year. And I did it only whenever I go on the Christopher Harris podcast. That is the 1 week, the 4 times, once every month. That's the 1 week where I actually take a decent look at it, but otherwise I really don't dig in deep on that. You should. I'd far rather have Tyler Warren in a onesie position than Bill. And honestly, it feels like Bill Krosky might be it, right? But also it feels like we've had a lot of trade, points for Bill, where like you should, like with all the preseason hype and him moving up 100 spots in ADP, it's like you could sell now and get something good. After week 1, that explosive play, you could sell now and get something good. He had a bad week too, but Eckler got injured, so now he's a starter. It feels like it's just like sell point after sell point after sell point. But maybe he's the lead back, and maybe he is. I know Chris Rodriguez will get in there and whatnot, but man, it feels like sell point after sell point, and I feel like you getting Tyler Warren was about the best you could get for him at any of those points. So I love it, man. Good job, Lubufu. Oh gosh, I hate this one. I think Bowers plays. But Bowers, like even before that, even going back to last year, Bowers would routinely split with Mayer, but Bowers would be in on the passing downs and get a lot of work on the snaps he did play. So maybe those are more limited. That's a tough one.
Hmm.
I know for my sake, I'm probably still leaving Bowers in, but like just because I really feel he's going to play. But no shade if you sub in Laporta.
I mean,
It'd be kind of
Yeah.
nice to put Laporta in and have Bowers in a flex that you can pivot.
yeah,
You're
that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, you must have a way to play them both.
That's what I have one league with Bowers where I have Bowers in my flex currently, and I believe I have Trey Tucker as my pivot. Because if Bowers doesn't play or plays limited, Trey Tucker might get something more. But my co-host on Fantasy Football Weekly, Matt Harrison, mentioned Monday night. I mean, Mayer might be available too, but Monday night, Cade Stover got put on IR, so Dalton Schultz might be the tight end for the Texans, right? Like the only main guy. But Trey Tucker is my pivot for Bowers in one league, so I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah. I think we got them all.
For me, this is Evans and T. If I'm only picking two, I get it. Once again, Judy gets that tough Ravens secondary, but I'm not as worried about the wide receivers as I should be. I just feel like the Browns play the Ravens well, and even if they don't, that means they're in a negative game script where they have to pass more. I will say for Judy, he might see Kyle Hamilton a decent amount, and that would be really rough. But for me, Evans, I think, has a bounce back. I like T this week. Tedero, I already mentioned. His matchup could be tough, but we don't know that yet. We only have 1 week data point on that, so he's going to get high volume. He's probably my 3. Waddle, I already mentioned with the matchup with New England, that I feel like Miami's going to rebound and should have a decent passing day. I'm feeling like they should have a decent passing day, so I'm not as down on the Miami offense from last week as most people. I will state I don't really like Miami's offense this season and going forward. I just think this matchup could be interesting given how New England played last week and with Christian Gonzalez out and whatnot, and the home game and the McDaniel line and bounce. There's a lot to like, both statistically and narratively. Yeah, Claire. That's what I would have ended. It's the problem, especially when you do enough research, that you can make good points or bad points to a lot of players. And you got a few of those. And so I would be the same. I'd have Evans and T in, and then I'd keep looking at the other 3, especially Tedero and McMillan, and I'd be like, but what if Will Johnson's week 1 was, fool's goldie? He is a rookie still. I think it's Coleman. I think it's Walker for me. I'm just afraid of Coleman this week, and Coleman could absolutely stud out. After seeing Sauce shadow DK last week, and the talk of him shadowing Coleman this week, I'm just scared of him. He could absolutely do fine. I'm scared. I'll fully admit I'm scared of starting Coleman anymore. I'm not saying he's going to get a 0. I mean, we're talking.
I'm scared of starting both of them. So.
He had 11 targets last week. It's like he could be absolutely just fine, and Sauce could just play one side and not even shadow him, and then he's an even better start. But it's probably Walker for me. Ew, gross. It's probably Harvey. In the hopes that that's tough.
I don't know. Dobbins looks pretty good.
I think Dobbins is the lead. I think Dobbins is absolutely the lead. I mentioned I didn't think Harvey looked especially great other than the big play, but I know how Peyton felt about Harvey in the preseason, and after Peyton saw that one play, he might be like, let's get him in there a little bit more. I don't like Pacheco's matchup. I don't like the fact that they're giving so much work to Kareem Hunt. I mean, and not just so much work to Kareem Hunt. but the fact that they ran the ball so little, like the Chiefs were not they're not pushing their running game, and they really didn't push it a lot last year. And wait till Brashard Smith gets in there and starts stealing pass catching work. Like I don't know. That's a kind of a coin flip for me, honestly, but
like 50-50.
It's like 50-50.
Yeah.
God, the more I look at that, I can see both sides. I don't like.
So I think he should. He said he's going to take it 2 touchdowns, 75 yards. That's great. So bench him because I had to play him one spot. No, he's always got that. He's got that chance, but it's just he worries me this year. The amount of touches that Charbonnet is getting.
It wouldn't surprise me. If you bench him, that's what absolutely could happen because Ken Walker's so good. But I didn't joke. One of my preseason things was that Charbonnet was going to take that role over.
Yeah, I would start.
My thought process was more Ken Walker gets hurt every year. And that Charbonnet was playing better than him in preseason, and he had the better pass catching profile coming out. I thought they'd start to split more, and if Walker even got dinged up a little, then it would be wheels up for Sharbs. But absolutely, Ken Walker has been a beast when completely healthy, so that doesn't shock me if he does that. I mean, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. I will say, it does seem like he gives them time. Like he played Algier when Algier was a rookie. He played Bijan when Bijan was a rookie, but he also consistently splits his backs, his wide receivers. Arthur Smith has never had a wide receiver get more than 110 receptions in a season. Like he splits everybody. He just moves the ball around to different players. Oh boy. I don't know. Ian ran away. He doesn't want to give advice anymore. He wasn't really giving much advice anyway, but I think he just wanted answers to his 2 questions. The Twitter poll is saying Travion over Charbonnet. So I'm interested to see what Ian does because I feel like it's Charbonnet over Travion, but I have no problem with either of them, I guess.
I'm saying Connor here.
Travion just got so little work last week, but he was statistically better than Ramondre Stevenson, more efficient, I should say. So we'll see.
Connor or Garrett Wilson? I like Connor.
Wow. It's probably Connor. It's just more guaranteed volume. Connor's probably going to get you 20 touches. So Connor, oh gosh, I like Garrett Wilson a lot too. I like him to be a complete target hog. Like, oof, God, I would have I think I had A grades on both of these players, but Carolina, oh man, yeah, I think I had A grades on both these players. Trey Benson, just to talk about the spelling list, he did not really do that last year. And last week he got a carry in the first, and then he got he had a few carries in the second on a drive spelling Connor, and then in the third he ripped off that big 52-yard run and then got a 0-yard carry, and then in the fourth he spelled for 3 more carries on a drive for Connor. It wasn't even there. It wasn't a split at all. It looked like in the stat book, it was him kind of just spelling Connor, one time a little bit each quarter. And he managed to have a 52-yard run or whatever it was, the big long run he had. It really wasn't spelling, but also he took, a bunch of Amari DeMarcado's passing downs from last year. And so I do think Trey Benson's getting in there a little bit more, but I think it's still mostly Connor in a super bell cow role. Yeah, I'm looking up what some of my notes might have been on Connor for this week. Geez. The lead back has topped 100 rushing yards in 8 of the last 9 games, and going back to last year against the Panthers. And lead backs in that stretch averaged 172 total yards and a coin flip for a score. So like just over 0.5 touchdowns. That's 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 a lot in the last 9 games. A lot of running backs have just torched them. Last week, Achane had 77 and a touchdown total, 7 total yards and a touchdown, something like that. On 9 touches. He was my take a chance on me player for Fantasy Football Weekly, not because he's splitting with Connor, but because he's spelling Connor. And I believe last I checked, the Cardinals were 7.5 or 8.5 point favorites. So garbage time. That's those were kind of my talking points, Claire, on that.
Let's see. Probably Dak. Oh, sorry, I put this one up first. I would go Dak. Yeah.
I'm pulling Connor early. I always like to say, when that happens, it's part they get pulled early, so they have less opportunity. But how did they get ahead? Like how many points did he score already? Because, in getting them ahead before he got pulled or before the game script turned to, a quarterback not needing to pass as much or a running back getting pulled. Did they score a bunch in those first 3 quarters that like you got your fantasy points already and so you don't mind? As for Dak v. Lawrence, I have Dak a few spots higher personally. So I guess it's Dak. I kind of like the Cowboys on Survivor, on a Survivor pick this week as well, because I feel like I'm not too worried about that one, and I feel like the Cowboys are a team I'm not going to want to pick a lot of games. You know what I mean? I'm not going to feel uber comfortable picking the Cowboys a lot of games, but this one I feel pretty comfortable, so might as well use it. I briefly thought about Miami, but I think that game is much more of a coin flip than that one. Is Floor Kelly a Giants fan or a Dallas fan? I don't even know which side I was meter to in that. I do not think you should pour one out for Evan Ingram just yet. It was not super encouraging, but I like week 1 overreactions tend to be insane. But as for Brenton Strange, we just talked about Connor being my take a chance on me running back this week. Strange was my take a chance on me tight end this week. I mean, he's had multiple really good games as the starter, including like 3 or 4 of them last year without Evan Ingram playing. But so like Browns tight ends last week went 10 for 100 against the Bengals. And last year, the Bengals allowed the most receptions, most scores, and 3rd most yards to tight ends. Like it's for a full season plus last week, they're like arguably one of the worst, if not the worst defense against tight ends. Like that's a great spot for Strange. I 100% agree. In fact, did he not lead the league in completion percentage last week? If I recall correctly? I might be making that up, but I thought I remembered he led the league in completion percentage last week. Might totally be making that up, but I thought he looked good too. His output wasn't great, but I thought he looked good too. So give him a better matchup. Sure. Like I said, I have Dak rated. I have Dak ranked higher. Oh, this is interesting. This is when's their bye week? do they have a European game that he gets fired on the way home? I think you need to check out some of those. Like, do they go overseas? If so, might he not get a ride back with the team? When's their bye to get a new, like, fire him and get a new coach in there, like an interim coach in there to have 2 weeks to game plan for the next game? Someone needs to do some statistical analysis on coaches that are fired during the season. What were the surrounding, like, circumstances of the week they were fired?
Yeah, where were they?
I would like to read something like that. Like, how many got fired after a home game? How many got fired after an away? Because I feel like there have at least been a couple that got fired after an overseas game. And I feel like getting fired before a bye has happened a couple times too. So, like, in recent years. But we have 10 minutes.
Because it gives them a little after the bye or before the bye, right?
Yeah, like now. So she says Miami plays the Browns in week 7. Is that overseas? Because don't the Vikings play the Browns overseas in like week 4 or something? 4 or 5. I think we play Pittsburgh and Cleveland in like weeks 4 and 5 overseas in Dublin and London. Reverse though, I think Cleveland is in Dublin first, and then Pittsburgh is in London next, or in Tottenham. No, I think it's Wembley. Anyway, how many coaches fired after? No, but wouldn't it be funny if they have an away overseas game and then a bye after, like a double storm for Mike McDaniel getting fired? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens, I guess. That's not a bad bet for like that team just looks like hot garbage right now, but we'll see. We'll see if they can rebound against the Patriots this week. In Spain, Florkilla says Miami plays Commanders November 16th in Spain. November 16th is pretty late in the season though. I mean, maybe if they're really, really bad. Yeah. Oh, look at that. It is. It's an overseas in Spain with a bye the week after. Oof. What's the betting line on that, Bob?
50-50. Definitely 50-50 odds that he is in Barcelona for an extended stay.
Yeah.
I mean, that they do fire going into the bye week just to give the interim coach 2 weeks to get ready, you know. That is a very popular time to unload.
Okay. Well, you want to press some buttons again out of here? Because I got a little work to do.
Sounds good to me. Good luck, everyone, and we'll see you a couple days, I think, right? Tuesday. Do we have a button to push? Yeah, somewhere.